Alan Law here, longtime Victoria musician. We got the music of Casey Kelly in the background. And Al, I just wanted to ask you a little bit about your busking experiences, because I know you busked in Victoria in the early 70s.
Way long time ago. And now I just very occasionally I get my act together and get down here and play with people. But back in the 70s, it was pretty nice. It was a pretty quiet time. It was new. Busking was a real new phenomenon back then. And, people were more than curious as to what was going on. And played some bluegrass with a couple of bluegrass bands down here.
Who'd you play with?
George and George Robinson on bass, and let's see, it was Ian McIntyre. What were those guys called? I can't remember all the band names.
Okay, Ian McIntyre on banjo, of course.
Ian McIntyre on banjo, yeah, and
Steve Stabro, or was
Steve
he?
Sabo?
Was it Sabo? That's it. Was
no,
he in there?
I didn't meet him. I got a guitar he made, but I never met him until about 4 or 5 years ago. That's another story.
Okay, Pat Lawson?
Pat Lawson, yeah, Pat
okay.
Lawson, and Brian Dirksen was down here. And
oh, right, I remember Brian.
Tunes. And
Rick Van Krugel, maybe?
Rick Van Krugel all the time, yeah. He was busking down here.
Right, okay. And that wasn't down here on the harbor, though. That was uptown, right?
Yeah.
It's like Bastion Square? Or?
Bastion, well, also the Bastion Square, the Eaton Center, where the Eaton Center is now, there used to be the Broad Street used to go there. We used to play a bit in there, in the little gap between the two Eaton stores. That was a pretty good place to busk. See, we started to think, Bastion Square, yeah. We played a bit down here in the harbor, but it wasn't as good because they didn't have this lower promenade, so it was...
Oh, okay, so you actually did play down here, but...
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
But it was up top we played.
Oh, right, yes, where the statue is, Captain Cook statue there?
Blocking traffic,
right,
getting in trouble.
Right.
Just general chaos.
Okay, any particularly memorable experiences, or...?
Boy, I can't think of any right now.
Okay.
Kind of caught me cold.
But generally a good time, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, you've come out a few times you sat in with Dave a few times with the Clover Point Drifters.
You betcha.
It's a pity we didn't get you today when you were here, but...
Yeah, well, the Drifters try to come down at least a couple times a year to...
Right.
Just to show up.
Yeah.
Play with Dave. It's always fun to play with Dave.
Right.
Besides, he has the busking license, so that way we don't have to...
You don't have to spend the $10. Okay, well, that's great, Al. It was a real pleasure to play with you today.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you, Dave.